What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Minecraft Survival series here on my channel, and today we are starting out the video with a little bit of custom mountain work, terraforming, custom tree building. Thought it would be a good idea to get some of it down, but I wanted to take this time, guys, to chat with you just a little bit before the video actually starts, and while this time plays out, to tell you that I have a Discord server, finally. Yeah, my friend kept on begging me to make one because I hit 100 subscribers, which is awesome, thanks. And so I did. And the other self-promotion related thing is that I also am streaming a little more on Twitch. So if you want to catch me live, I'm doing some grindy stuff, maybe building the custom mountains, big tree, whatever it might be. And yeah, you guys can check me there. Now, putting the self-promotion behind us, I actually wanted to chat with you guys. What would you like to see next after we finish up this castle? We got many different projects, the custom mountains, the city, the Tuscan city, we've got the big tree, we've got a cave project, also got some terraforming projects underneath the tree. Yeah, there's some spoilers, and more ideas to come up after we build this castle. So yeah, just give me your opinions, guys. Anyways, I'm just gonna let this play out, and then we'll get into first person and today's actual video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the survival series, and today is a very, very, very happy episode. I am super excited to record today, and that is because we are starting a very, very exciting project, and I hope you guys enjoyed the time-lapse, because that is going to help us with the rest of today's project. And by the title and thumbnail, you probably know that we are building a castle. Yes, I am starting my first huge castle project, and yeah, but first I just want to show you guys, hey, these trees are looking awesome. Like this side of the mountain, oh man, it is looking fantastic, and you may see a little bit of planning going on up there, just a little. That's where we're gonna be building the castle, by the way, and it's gonna look just so epic, seeing a giant castle perched atop that cliff. Anyways, if you guys know, I have been clearing out a giant area from a guardian temple because we're going to be building a guardian farm, but I dug out the entire guardian temple and we got some resources. We have a few resources, and I did that because, well, that's kind of the main roofing block I really want to use with this. I haven't defined a perfect block palette, you could say. Oh, creepy Minecraft noise, for this castle, but I do want to use some more blue colors for the roofs. I think that could be really fun. Anyways, you can clearly see that I have, well, built up this plan, and this is actually just the gatehouse. I mean, it's very simple. You walk in, it's grand, but, I'm bad. I forget to click record sometimes. It's kind of a common occurrence here. Not a good one. Anyways, basically, that's what we got so far, and, oh, yeah, that's not good. I placed it wrong, one block. See, this is why I'm glad I caught myself. Okay, there we go, much better. But today, guys, we are wireframing basically this entire castle. I just really want to lay things out better, most of my videos I'm like, alright, we're gonna be building, and I just start building, and that's kind of the mistake I made with let me show you guys right down here. It's kind of the mistake I made with this. I was just like, alright, let's get to building, and I really didn't have much of a plan. I'm like, yeah, we'll have some like barracks area, yeah, we'll have a gatehouse. I didn't really think about components of a castle. Oh, and I guess I didn't really tell you yet, but this is going to be kind of a medieval fantasy castle. Since we got like a medieval city down there, it's going to have a little bit of fantasy up here, because I feel like the higher up, it feels more fantasy-like. Like, who would build a castle on a giant mountain? I mean, putting a castle on a hill is one thing, but putting it on the tallest mountain you can find is another thing, because if you guys look, we are about 70 blocks, maybe a little less or more, give or take, from build height. So, yeah, we got a little bit of restriction, but that's okay. I feel like it's not going to be that big of a deal. Anyways, guys, enough of me talking. Let's get to planning this castle. And, well, we got to identify a couple important features of this castle. Now, obviously, they're a very rich castle. That's my idea behind this. And I think with a rich castle, there's going to be a lot more buildings in it. And so literally attached to this gatehouse, I think it could be really, really fun if we have yet another, no, I want this to be a building, and this building is going to be like the guards' quarters for the guards, and I think that could be really awesome, just to really show their riches, I guess, because I feel like guards wouldn't really have like their own designated building. I'm not really, I'm not sure how medieval castles work and fantasy castles or whatever, but you know, I think that could be fancy to have own rooms for guards. Guess what I mean by having their own room is like a guard would have their own box, somewhat like this. In reality, there'd just be one building with beds stacked on each other, you know, like bunk beds for the guards, but we're going to be doing something a little more fancy. This is a very, very rich castle. Now, just a simple wall leading into a big old tower, and this is going to be like a circle tower, and this circle tower is going to be important because it's going to be connected to a church. There we go, tower in place, and here we're going to be building a church on a perfect diagonal. I feel like with castles, they're very perfect in a way, in that, well, there's not many like flaws about it. It's all going to be on a perfect angle like this. So I hope that makes sense. And here's a little taste of scale. This is just the church building, and it has its own tower. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to extend this out just a little more. Oh, I don't know, a little more. But yeah, I hope that gives you guys an idea of how huge this is gonna be. I'm insanely inspired. We'll just leave it at that. Okay guys, I think it's time we start building the Great Hall. The Great Hall, which is the most important thing, or like, you know, the big fortress, the keep, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna have the throne room and, you know, all that cool stuff. Anyways, first I want to get a huge tower. This is gonna be larger than that one. It's gonna have double thick walls, and I think this tower is gonna be very important. Usually on like very fancy castles, there'd be one big tower, and either it would be, I think it was called a donjon, is what it's called, and basically, either the king or lord or whatever would be in there, or it would be a prison. Just from what I've read, what I've heard, things like that. So, I want to build a donjon, a big, huge tower. Why, hello there, you came in at a terrible time, buddy. See ya, dude. Wait. No, I don't want you to die. I want... No, don't die. Wait, buddy. No. Get in. I wanted him to fall down there. Okay, here, how about this? You. See ya, dude. And see ya. Oh, they survived. Well done. From forgetting that this is a, swamp. Anyways, okay, so, big tower. Okay, there we go. That's a very, very large tower, and I'm super happy with that. Oh man, I think this tower is gonna look very fantastic. Now guys, if there's one thing that I think is gonna reach build height in this fortress, pretty sure it's this one. Pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, this is gonna reach build height, for sure. Right, now I'm going to be planning this great keep into a different block. I think terracotta will work just fine. And because I just want to distinguish this different from everything else, as this is one of the most important things, in my opinion. And let's bring this out, like, right there. I just want to distinguish that. I feel like this is going to be the grand door. And this whole thing is going to extend back way far back this way. And this is going to be a very grand throne room, fit for a true king. Which, of course, is me. You know that, right? Guys, when I said big, I really meant big. And that, you know what also defines big in my opinion? Double thick walls. That makes it so we can have like a stone on the outside as the outside wall. And then guess what we can have on the inside? A nice wallpaper. Using full blocks. I think that could be really interesting to play around with. I've never had a chance to do that. Think of like using glazed terracotta, for example, as a fancy, I don't know, royal painting. Could be fun. And then, of course, guys, right next to our fancy, well, throne room, we need a feast hall. Where the heck are these guys eating? Where are they inviting their guests? How are they, how can they show their richness to all the other kingdoms? Which, well, I mean, I've only done 19 episodes, or is this 19 is episode 19? I don't know. Anyways, I've only done like 19 episodes of this, series, so there's not really that many kingdoms, to be honest. And this, once again, is going to be, double thick. Double thick, I really like that idea. And, also, it's going to be on a diagonal. Always switching it up. Diagonals, guys, you might think I'm weird for this, but diagonals are easier for me. Yeah, they are easier for me to do. Now guys, I actually had a better idea with this. Instead of it connecting right here, we'll have that connect like right above us, but we can have a little corridor running through here, and just right back in this area. I'm thinking we could build up like a bakery area. Well, like a cooking area where the cooks can make the stuff for the feasts, of course. And then that same room is also going to be where the people that cook there actually live. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, we need to lay this out. So guys, I've got a couple more ideas in mind for the Grand Hall, but before we do any more of that, I want to place in some more of the grass. And then I want to work on some of the defensive features of this castle, because I mean, such a large castle, it's got to have some defense. I mean, if they're rich, people are bound to be after it. You picking up what I'm putting down here? Alright, well, let's get some grass placing down. So I placed in the dirt, but I also went ahead and just planned the rest of it. I felt like the content was getting a little stale, and the last thing I want to do is give you stale content. I mean, you've already sat here for 12 and a half minutes. I don't really want to waste your time. So we'll jump into something a little more interesting after this. Alright guys, and we have quite a awesome castle planned out so far. I am super happy with what we've got right now. But guys, I felt like the commentary was going to become a little stale if we just kept on doing the same thing with the castle planning. So we did it. We just did it. And obviously there's a lot more time. We're going to, as I build this thing, I'm going to explain to you what each building is. I think that'll be a little bit more fun. I don't mean to bore you guys if that it just seemed a little boring. Anyways, I want to come down here and plan out more of our medieval city because, well, I've already got that, but basically there's this big old area right around here that just is there. It's not really doing anything, and I think it's time we, get to planning it, you know what I mean? Anyways, I've already planned out this roadway using cobblestone. This is kind of like the central square, right? And over here, I was having a lot of trouble figuring out what we would do with this small little space. And I finally figured it out. Right, so this is actually going to be a blacksmith, believe it or not. So, obviously this is where they're going to be living. Cool. This is going to be some sort of a tower, not sure. It's going to be connecting through an arch. I think that could be very, very fun. And one other thing is that this back here is going to be where they're, well, blacksmithing. So that was the idea. I really couldn't figure out what else we could do here, and it took me so long just to figure out what this space would be. It's very weird. Anyways, we got our terracotta, and it's time to plan out some more houses. And basically, I'm just gonna go in and make some random shapes. This doesn't really have to be very specific. I mean, it's just, it's just a medieval city. I mean, I can always change the shapes a lot. With a castle, I feel like those are going to be more concrete with how I'm doing things. Those are going to stay. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. Well, you know what, I lied. I'm going to change up some shapes, specifically this one. This one I'm not a fan of. There we go. That's much better. Now we have a little bit of interest going on here. So we got a diagonal, but instead of just one shape, right? I talked about this in last episode. Not last episode. it was like the episode before. But I want to start adding different shapes. Basically, just different shapes, more shapes to houses. Here's another example I'd like to show you guys. With this one, we have a diagonal, right? 3-block diagonal, pretty cool. But what we can do to add even more interest is then, usually people would just go like this. Oh, great, that's cool. It's a diagonal. Nice. Not bad at all, but I'm going to take it one step further, and we're going to add a little bit of extra shape to this. And this is kind of where things get tricky, especially, I feel like the hardest part about doing this is the roof. The roof is going to be a pain to figure out. But like with this one, I figured it out. This was a weird house. I figured it out somehow, and that's how we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna wing it. Oh, and you know, guys, now that I look at this house, it's very large. I think this house needs something to break it up. So, kind of got to think about this. This is tricky. What if we brought it in just a little bit? Brought it in, just as we can have like a doorway there, right? I have an alleyway, and so we can have a doorway running right through here. Maybe like that. Just a small little thing to mix it up. So guys, now that I've kind of shown you how I do planning and how to add variation into the shape and structure of your builds, let's go ahead. No, it's fine. I want to go ahead and plant some more structures, and I'll catch you guys in just a little bit, and maybe we can do some building. I don't know. I think that could be pretty cool. Alright guys, and now a couple more buildings have been planned out, and let's get an aerial view. These always help a little bit, seeing what we've got going on, and that is pretty good. Not bad. I mean, you know, it's nothing special. You know, we just got the town square, and we got a couple more buildings. It's really nothing special. These are going to be things we do over time, just like these over here. But guys, I've kind of got to like everything I wanted to do today. I just wanted to plan the castle in this, in a little bit of the medieval city, and that's kind of all I wanted to do. But the reason why this video is a lot, well, not content filled is because actually a lot of my time has been spent building the custom mountain. And let me show you one more thing. I just went ahead and got some more shulker boxes because we were completely out. All of these are filled with just random oh, well, yeah, I guess I did finish the Guardian farm, which I want to show you as well. But yeah, like, guys, I've spent a lot of off-camera time. It's kind of taken a lot of my recording time, unfortunately. But right now, I want to show you guys what the Guardian farm is looking at right now. I think it's all done. I mean, you know, maybe we need to get a sorting system going on here, but it is fully functional as far as I'm concerned. And here we go, guys. This is what has been taking me so much time. I'm pretty sure I showed you earlier in this episode. I'm not sure, but basically I finished up the farm itself. And yeah, it just took way too long. So yeah, yet again, I asked for your ideas. What should I put in here? I have a couple ideas. I was thinking like a prismarine cave system could be really fun, or like a prismarine palace maybe, but we're already building like a castle using prismarine blocks perhaps. But yeah, as you can see, it works, and now we got our good food source. But anyways, guys, that'll actually have to do it for me today in this video. Again, I know it wasn't very content filled, and we didn't really have much going on. All we did was plan a castle and some of the medieval city. Well, now that I say it like that, it kind of sounds like a lot. But you know, guys, besides the length of this video, I really hope you guys have enjoyed. Maybe it's not as long as my normal videos, but what's important is that we got a awesome castle ready to be built. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys are just excited as me. So a new episode, hopefully soon, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.